Hello, my YouTube viewers out there. It is Sebastian. Sebastian's movie game time, and on today on episode, let's see, thinking episode 32, I believe. I'm going. I forgot a couple movies that I forgot to mention. The ones that I enjoyed, you know, from 1990. Then afterwards, I want to talk about the music songs that I like from 1991 and movie reviews that I saw and seen and like of 91. So let's get started, shall we? First off, this is going back to there are a couple movies from 1990 I forgot to mention about last week's episode. So first we have Gremlins 2, the new batch. It's about Gizmo. It's about Gizmo from the first Gremlins movie is back, and as always, he gets water gets splashed on him, and then unleashes his evil Gremlin brothers as they attack a metropolitan New York City building. And I thought Gremlins 2: New Badge. It's a fun sequel, it really is. I would say so. Gremlins 2: New Badge stars Zach Gallion, Phoebe Cates, Dick Miller, Christopher Lee appears in it. The legend Christopher Lee. Who else? John Glover. Who else? Haviland Morris from the 16 Candles. John Hughes 16 Candles. Haviland Morris. She's in it. And Howie Mandel is back as the voice of Gizmo, and Tony Randall as the voice of the Brain Gremlin. The Brain Gremlin is that gremlin that talks because he has like a brain, so they call him Brain Gremlin. That's voiced by Tony Randall. What can I say? I get Gremlins 2 the new batch for out of 3 stars. So what am I talking about? Oh yeah, so Gremlins 2. I get Gremlins 2 the new batch 4 out of 3 stars. We also have Goodfellas. I like Goodfellas. It's about a man named Henry Hill who works for who's involved in the gangster mob family from the 60s to the 80s that led his downfall. What can I say about Goodfellas? It's a classic gangster picture movie, and the movie stars Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Lorraine Bracco, Paul Sorvino, Frank Vincent, and Samuel Jackson appears a brief part in the film. Samuel Jackson. Okay, so that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. I give the Goodfellas movie 3 out of 3 stars. Okay, that's it. That would do it for the 2 movies in 1990 I forgot to talk about last week. So now we move on to music songs of 1991. We have "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by a band called Nirvana. What can I say about "Smells Like Teen Spirit"? I give it 4 out of 3 stars. It's a good song. Smells like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. We have "One" by a band called U2. I give U2 song 1 4 out of 3 stars. It's a good song. 1 by U2. We have "Alive" by a grunge band called Pearl Jam. I like a live song from their album 10. As the name of the album 10. I give "Alive" by Pearl Jam 4 out of 3 stars. Give It Away by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Obviously, I'm gonna give that one 4 out of 3 stars because it's a good song. Give It Away. Two Princess by the Spin Doctors. That's a good song. Two Princess. It's a good song. I give it 4 out of 3 stars. Mysterious Ways, again by the band called U2. Mysterious Ways is a good song. Another song, good song of theirs. I give the Mysterious Ways 4 out of 3 stars. We have The Unforgiven by a band called Metallica. The Unforgiven song is a really good song by the Metallica band. Um, I give The Unforgiven by Metallica 4 out of 3 stars. Finally, CC Peniston. I like the song Finally by CC Peniston. It's a kind of song that you'll listen to when you go to club dancing, and it's a very good song. I give Finally the song 4 out of 3 stars. Mama, I'm Coming Home. That's a song, Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, it's a great song, Ozzy Osbourne song. If you never heard the song, it's called Mama, I'm Coming Home. I give it 4 out of 3 stars. Now we come to the movies of 1991, the ones I really enjoyed and like. So, first off, we have The Resurrected. It's about a private investigator who'd been hired by a woman to see if her husband who's up to who has a mysterious secret that he's working on. I didn't hear nothing about this movie, The Resurrected, until I saw it, and it's a very good. It's H.P. Lovecraft, the same person who did Reanimator, Form Beyond, H.P. Lovecraft. Well, he created this movie called The Resurrected. It's a very good movie. It's a very underrated Jim movie, The Resurrected. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you. It's on Blu-ray by Scream Factory. Scream Factory released it on Blu-ray, and it's a very good, a good movie, at least to me. The movie stars Chris Sarandon from the Fright Night movie and the first Child's Play movie, and Jack Skellington, the voice from Nightmare Before Christmas, co-starring John Terry and Jane Sibbett. 4 out of 3 stars for The Resurrected. We have Backdraft. It's about two brothers who are two Chicago firefighters who must solve a mystery of finding a person an arson person who set off all these fires at different places and must solve the mystery. This is a Ron Howard movie, Backdraft. It stars Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, Scott Glenn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Robert De Niro, Rebecca De Mornay, and Donald Sutherland. It's a very good cast movie, Backdraft. And I'm not sure you're heard about this, but you remember Backdraft at Universal Studios Hollywood? Well, a long time ago at Universal Studios Hollywood, there was a Backdraft kind of a stage bill, kind of a show or something, like a spectacular show, a Backdraft. It was a very good show, to be honest. I used to go on a Backdraft all the time whenever I went to Universal Studios Hollywood, but sadly, it's not there anymore. You know where it is now? The Super Nintendo. The Super Mario. The Super Mario World. Well, it used to be right there where the Super Mario Brother Nintendo Land kind of took its place. The Backdraft thing at Universal Studios, it used to be there, and it was right next to where Transformers the ride is, if you're wondering. So I give Ron Howard's Backdraft movie 4 out of 3 stars. We have New Jack City. It's about two detectives who go rogue as to bring down a ruthless drug lord or a drug kingpin that is selling drugs to kids and other people, and who's very violent. New Jack City stars Wesley Snipes. Now, New Jack City, this movie, New Jack City, it made Wesley Snipes a big action star. This was like his first lead action role. in New Jack City. So you can say this movie kind of made him like an action star stardom that he is today that we all know of. This movie, New Jack City, made him a star, Wesley Snipes. So this is like a breakout role for him. So the movie also stars Ice rapper singer Ice T. We have Judd Nelson from John Hughes Breakfast Club, Mario Van Peebles, who stars in it, and he directs this movie, Mario Van Peebles. Chris Rock also is in it. Alan Payne. Who else? Uh, and Chris Rock appears in it too. I get New Jack City, 4 out of 3 stars. We have a film called Deceived. Now, this has got to be, I would say, one of the greatest, well, yeah, greatest suspense thriller mystery movies. It's called Deceived. It's about a woman who, after her husband, was killed in a car accident, but then she realizes that her husband has secrets that he kept from her when he was alive, and she must get, and she gets pulled into a world of betrayal and deception. Um, Deceived is one of those little thriller movies that no one ever talks about, never heard about. But it's a very good suspense thriller movie. Deceived. It's kind of like a Hitchcock. It's kind of like a Hitchcock kind of setting, mystery thriller movie as it is. It's kind of like a Hitchcock style movie to it if you think about it. Deceived stars Goldie Hawn as the main lead woman character in the movie, and John Hurd. Now, you know John Hurd because John Hurd, he played Macaulay Culkin's dad character in the first 2 Home Alone movies. And then he also appeared in this B low budget movie that he did before he passed. It was a film called Sharknado. I thought he was funny like in Sharknado. John Hurd. But anyways, John Hurd, I think John Hurd gave the great performance in this DC movie. I mean, he was really that good, playing a different. And this is the kind of role, this is the kind of character side role that you never expect to see John Hurd playing or acting in. This is a different role for him than playing Macaulay Culkin's dad character in the first 2 Home Alone movies. So John Hurd was great in this DC movie. I get Deceived, 4 out of 3 stars. We have Dead Again. It's about an LA gumshoe who's been hired to help out a woman who has amnesia, as why as they don't know is that they kind of met before, like in the past, or they were siblings each other, that they're saying that have we met before, like back in the past and in the present. So it's a very good movie, Dead Again. It stars Kenneth Branagh, who also directed the movie. Kenneth Branagh, he stars in this. And his real wife is in the film, Emma Thompson. Campbell Scott has a small appeared role in this movie. Campbell Scott from the Singles, from the romantic movie Singles. Campbell Scott appears in Dead Again. The movie also stars Derek Jacobi, who was good. Wayne Knight, who played the Dennis Nerdy character in the first Jurassic Park movie. And what else? And Robert Williams. Robert Williams is in Dead Again as well too, but it's like an uncredited role. Robert Williams. He has a good part in the film too, I thought. And I forgot to mention Andy Garcia. Andy Garcia is in Dead Again as well too, so I get Dead Again, 4 out of 3 stars. Sorry about that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Dead Again. I get Dead Again, 4 out of 3 stars. We have Showdown in Little Tokyo. It's about 2 Los Angeles cops that are, that they both lured into an underworld of Japanese drug lords, and these two detectives must team up and bring down the Japanese drug lords. It's a very good cult classic action movie. The movie stars Dolph Lundgren, um, Brandon Lee when he did that Crow, way before he did the Crow movie, Brandon Lee, and Tia Carrere from Range World, she's in the movie as well. And the main villain in this movie, Showdown Little Tokyo, is an actor played by Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa. He played the main villain in the first Mortal Kombat movie, that who sets up the Mortal Kombat tournaments. He's the main villain in that Mortal Kombat movie. Well, he was the villain in this movie, Showdown Little Tokyo, if you're wondering. Um, it's a good little action flick movie, Showdown Little Tokyo. I give it 4 out of 3 stars. We have Body Parts. It's about a criminal psychologist who gets a new arm, that his previous arm, was ripped apart in a terrible car accident, but he survived. But his arm, ripped apart, so he's been placed with a new arm. But he realizes that the new arm that the doctors give him, he has an arm that belonged to a serial killer, an ex-convict serial killer who was put to executed deaths at the same time. And so, and what can I say about Body Parts? It's another good underrated movie, Body Parts, if you know nothing about it. Again, if you're looking for Body Parts to watch, Scream Factory re-released it on Blu-ray. So it's on Blu-ray if you guys never seen Body Parts. But the movie stars Jeff Fahey. Jeff Fahey were led on to do appeared in other supporting roles and later on movies. Like he appeared in Planet Terror. He appeared in the first Machete movie from 2010. He's in that. Um, I get Body Part. Oh, and Brad Dourif is in Body Parts. Yeah, Brad Dourif has a small part in Body Parts, so it's cool. The voice of Chucky, the good guy doll. So yeah, I get Body Parts 4 out of 3 stars. We have The Silence of the Lambs. It's about a young FBI agent woman named Clarice Sterling, who's been sent to investigate an infamous killer named Dr. Hannibal Lecter, as she must tells him that where this villain that she's looking for another killer who goes by the name of Buffalo Bill, who has kidnapped a new victim young woman. And I just thought Silent Lambs is one of those movies, and you're not gonna believe this, but the Silence of the Lambs, it won Best Picture, Best Director. Oh, was it Best? Yeah, I think it won Best Picture. I'm not sure for Best Director. So you can look it up. But I know it won for Best Picture, and it won for Best Actor, Anthony Hopkins. Even though the Hannibal Lecter character they played in the movie is not in the movie all the way, but he won Best Actor, and Jodie Foster won an Academy Award for Best Actress in the same horror movie category. So um, the movie's The Silent Lambs, like I said, Jodie Foster won Academy Award for Best Actress. Anthony Hopkins won Academy Award for Best Actor, and the movie co-stars Scott Glenn and Ted Levine as the Buffalo Bill serial killer. And this is when Ted Levine, was like unknown at the time, but he kind of he appeared in more movies later on. So I give this Silent Lambs 4 out of 3 stars. We have a Point Break. It's about a special agent named Johnny Utah. Sorry, Johnny Utah, who fits in with the crowd of people of surfers as he goes undercover, because he's in API. He's a special agent undercover as he's looking for a bunch of guys, and turns out that the surf, and he befriended with this group of guys who were surfers and skydivers. That he realized that they're the ones who planned this bank robbery heist. Point Break is one of those movies that, I know a lot of people who are into surfing, like they go surfing a lot. A lot of surfers people love this movie, and yeah, it is a classic movie, Point Break. It stars Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, um, Lori Petty, um, Gary Busey, and Anthony Kiedis of the band of the band member of the and we have Anthony Kiedis, a band member of the band of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anthony Kiedis appears in Point Break, if you're wondering, so it was cool. There's so many good shot scenes. There's so many good moment scenes in Point Break. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. And we come to the last movie, the last good movie of 1991. It's called The Naked Gun 2. The Smell of Fear. It's about Frank Drebin of a police squad who discovers that his former girlfriend, whose new boyfriend, is believed to be the kidnapping of a scientist, and he must stop him. The Naked Gun 2 Smell of Fear. It stars Leslie Nielsen, Priscilla Presley, George Kennedy, O.J. Simpson. I'm not sure you realize, but O.J. Simpson, before he was a convicted murderer, he was an actor apparently. So O.J. Simpson's in Naked Gun 2. Robert Goulet as the villain and Naked Gun 2, and Richard Griffiths is also in the film too. I'll give the Naked Gun 2 to Smell Fear. I'm sorry, yeah. The Naked Gun 2 Smell Fear 4 out of 3 stars. Okay, everybody, that will do it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and you'll get new content episodes every Monday. So, until then, I will see all of you at the movies.